Mclaughlin made the decision to change coaches for a variety of reasons. It is unclear why the specific decision was made to switch coaches, but many speculate that Sydney had grown and wanted to pursue a higher level of coaching. The young athlete was also likely seeking a more challenging and inspiring environment to reach her goals. With her newfound ambitions, changing coaches seemed like the best option. In addition, Sydney's former coach may not have been best suited to help her reach her future goals. A change in coaches may have opened the door for new teaching styles and techniques to reach her potential. Much of her success has been attributed to her former coach's dedication. However, it is likely that Sydney felt she needed more in the long run and decided to take the risk of starting fresh. It is known that Sydney is unafraid to take risks and bold leaps when it comes to her career. With her medal-winning ability, she demonstrated that she was ready and capable of challenging herself further. Furthermore, a change in coaching could have brought the motivation she needed to excel even further. With new guidance and expertise, Sydney could have explored her talents and abilities at deeper levels. It can also be assumed that Sydney was seeking a new type of energy to push her limits and drive her to higher achievements. It is clear that changing coaches was a big decision for Sydney, but one that ultimately made sense. Additionally, Sydney could have wanted more flexibility in her training and the freedom to explore more creative concepts to reach her goals. A fresh set of eyes could have added new perspective to the training process. Thus, changing coaches may have been the best way for Sydney to expand her sport and keep up with her development. The move made it clear that Sydney was ready for the next level, and a change in coaches was the way to get there. Furthermore, Sydney may have recognized that a new coach had the experience and vision to enhance her training and help her continue pushing limits. She could have wanted someone better equipped to understand her journey and push her successfully. Sydney's fitness, interest, and promise of success was likely a major factor in the decision to switch coaches. A new coach could bring the opportunity for Sydney to reach greater heights and expand her horizons. Moreover, the change in coaches could provide a fresh outlook on the sport and help Sydney to unlock new strengths she did not know she had. With the right collaboration, anything was possible. Ultimately, it is clear that Sydney wanted to break away from her comfort zone and expand her capabilities. With a change in coaches, challenging goals were obtainable and she could progress further in the sport. Additionally, Sydney is an incredibly driven athlete and may have recognized the growth that a change could bring. With a new coach, she was likely encouraged to explore new areas and take on further challenges. At the end of the day, Sydney wanted to get the best out of her abilities and reach her maximum potential. Oftentimes, a change in coaches is one of the best ways to do this. From a mental and physical perspective, Sydney was ready to take the next step in her career. She wanted to push herself further and improve her skill set. Most likely, she was looking for more hands-on training and better access to the latest techniques and methods. Making this change in coaches would ensure she had a supportive platform from which to grow. With a new coach, Sydney was willing to take on a new challenge to expand her career ambitions. She was keen to explore and uncover even more of her talent. At the same time, the decision to change coaches could also have suggested a feeling of stagnation or lack of progress with her former coach. Sydney was ready to broaden her skills and develop her craft on a different level. Therefore, the overhaul in the coaching staff could have been both a physical and a mental decision for Sydney. She wanted to add a new dimension to her career and push the boundaries of her sport while doing it. While it is unclear why exactly Sydney decided to switch coaches, it's clear the move was made with a purpose. Her ambitions were high and she was ready to work to achieve them. Most likely, Sydney saw the change as an opportunity to further her career and elevate her talents to the next level. With a different team in her corner, she could make a greater impact. It is possible that Sydney was simply looking for a different approach to her training and a new approach to reaching her goals. With a fresh set of coaches, she may have been able to explore new aspects of the sport. Ultimately, the decision was likely made to foster growth and break out of her comfort zone. With this, Sydney could further develop her talents and strive to be the best. With a new coach, Sydney likely wanted the opportunity to learn and explore new skills and techniques. She could have believed a fresh perspective would help her reach her peak performance.